Hello, Anna.
Hello, Stephanie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. This is a brand new class that I've never done before.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's a good class. And Ana Belén, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello?
Yes, hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
And you?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
So I was just saying, this is a new class that I've never done before, and it's kind of a open form speaking class. So we'll see how it goes, and if you have any feedback, I would love to hear it. So anything that works really well or anything that can be improved. Yeah, so with a new class, it's always, sometimes they go well and sometimes not so well. So we'll see how this goes.
It's going well. Good.
Good, good. I think it'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have lots of opportunities to speak, and it should be interesting conversation as well. So let's see. Germán, hello.
Hi, Stephanie. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Ah!
What?
I'm sorry, there's a giant
What's up?
thing flying by my desk. Just 1 second. I need to kill that thing. God. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. There was just a really giant bug flying right
It's
above
a
my
new student.
Oh God, it's gross. I'll show you all. This poor guy was just, let's see if you can see. Maybe you can't. I don't know how to aim it. Up more. Well, there's a big dead bug on my wall now. I don't know how to show you all. Actually, there. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Wow, it's very big.
Yes, it's huge. So sorry about that. I didn't mean to scream. Bugs are gross. So I took off my shoe and I'll just leave it there for the hour and clean it off afterwards. Okay, let's see, where was I? This is a new class. It is for speaking, and it's going to be very open form. We'll have a series of questions around a topic, and you'll each get a turn to answer the question. So hopefully you'll have a lot of opportunities to speak. And if you have any feedback about what went well or what can be better, just let me know. Let's see. So, hello, Mustafa.
Hello, teacher. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, teacher.
Yes, the bug was not small and cute. It's huge and disgusting. And Miriam, hello.
Hey, hello.
How are you today?
Well, fine, doing well. Thanks for asking.
Good. And where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about the bug.
Yes. Well, it's more sorry than we are now. I feel bad killing it like that, but bugs are gross. And let's see, Ksenia, hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, excellent. And Giancarlo, hello. Giancarlo? Okay, looks like some technical difficulties there maybe. And one more person, Ana Cristina, hello.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent, Stephanie. Thank you.
And where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia as well. Excellent. So we have 3 Annas in the group tonight. That should be fun. Fun. Okay, so the link is in the chat, and we're just going to go right to it. This is a website I found with just lots of open-ended questions. So it's great for speaking practice. And let's see, so we're going to start. I was thinking about how to choose a topic. So we have all these topics, and I thought maybe it would be fun. I'll just go like this, and then let's see. Anna was first to arrive. So Anna,
Yes.
tell me when to stop.
Okay.
So I'm going like this and just say stop at any time.
Stop.
Oops, wait, sorry, go again.
Stop.
Okay, jobs. Our topic is jobs. So thank you, Anna. All right.
Okay.
Topic is jobs. There are lots of questions, so the whole hour will stick with jobs. And if there are any questions for me, please interrupt at any moment. But we'll start the question. We'll start, and I'll choose someone to begin, or maybe I'll take a volunteer for the first one. And then we'll just go in order, and everyone will have a chance to respond to the question and also to respond to your classmates. So are you ready? Let's go. First question, what's the worst job you've ever had? Do we have a volunteer to start?
Maybe I'll try.
Wonderful, thank you, Anna. Go ahead. What's the worst job you've ever had?
In my opinion, I've never had a bad job. When I was younger, I usually like sing and dance. I enjoy it very much. But when I was 18, I passed my public examination for the law court, and I always feel very, very proud and rewarding with my job.
Wow, cool. So you started working in entertainment and then moved to like the judicial system, or something?
Yes, they were 2 different jobs. First, I performed in theater, or even in some special place. I filmed a documentary in a farm of a famous bullfighter. However, it was a hobby for me, but since I was 14, I was determined to be a civil servant.
Yeah.
So my real dream came true when I was 18, and I get my goal, but two different works, completely different works.
Yeah, completely different. Wow. But
Yeah.
both sound like great jobs.
Yes, yes, but I feel more comfortable with my second job. It's true.
Oh, good. Well, good, because since that's what you had your heart set on since a very young age.
Yes.
Great, cool. Thank you, and thank you so much for going first.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so let's move to the right, according to my screen anyway. Herman, how about you? What's the worst job you've had in your life?
Well, I enjoyed all my jobs, but maybe my first job when I finished the university was not the the better one.
Mm-hmm.
I entered into an insurance company to the technical department and was a very analytic job.
Mhm.
But the environment was very friendly, so I spent a very good time and I learned a lot of things. But that's my experience.
Good, great. So no terrible jobs then in your life.
No,
Nice, nice, good. I'm glad. All right, so thank you very much. And let's see, Giancarlo, looks like your mic is working now just in time because it's your turn. What's the worst
Okay.
job you've ever had?
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, good evening.
In Mexico, it's 17 after 12. It's midday.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm over in Europe, so it's 13 minutes past 7 p.m. here.
Wow.
Cool. Which is one of the things I love about Verbling, having people from all over the world. It's great. All right, so tell us about your worst job.
My worst job. I remember some years ago, I went to I stayed here in Mexico, and I was working in the hotel industry in that moment. And one of my first jobs as a receptionist was in a very terrible hotel. It was a 2 or 3 star hotel, but I entered there. I remember, and the environment was terrible, awful, because the staff they were problematic. Oh, I mean, the staff was problematic, gossip people, and they didn't do their tasks, and they didn't let me do mine. And of course, I was learning the business, and it was a painful experience because they didn't want me to do my job in the hotel. So I stayed there for about 3 months, and I couldn't resist anymore, and I moved to another hotel. But my first experience was terrible, teacher. It was a great school because I learned a lot from them, and I decided not to be with them. And I learned that working with this kind of staff is the worst thing or part in my life. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's something we don't necessarily think of when we start a job, that our coworkers can either make the job great or terrible.
Yes, now I understand them. Now I know what they acted like that because they were afraid of me because I don't know, many things. But I remember them and I say, oh my goodness, it's sometimes environments are quite um, difficult to work in.
Yeah, that's definitely an important part of a job, is finding a good environment. Yeah, good.
Yes.
Great. Well, I'm glad you got out of that job.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Great. All right, Ksenia, it's your turn. How about you? What's your worst job you've had?
I have been having only one job, and I'm working at the same period of time on my job, so I think I haven't had a the worst job.
Oh, okay, good. How about then what is the worst part of your job that you do have?
Oh my god, I don't want to clean my desk. So I think it's the worst part of my job.
All right. Well, that's good. That's as far as bad things go, that's one of the better bad things.
Yes.
Good. Nice. Great. Excellent. All right. Next up, Miriam. How about you? What's the worst job you've had?
Well, when I was an undergraduate student, 5 years ago, I applied for being a writer for a news portal in my country. So the funny thing is that my boss used to edit my articles, and he didn't allow me to write something that was properly mine, and the way of working was that for each article I wrote, he paid me a certain amount, and sometimes he didn't validate all what I wrote as a valid article. So I ended up being earning less money, and on the top of that, someday. A journal just plagiarized an article I wrote, and the boss fired me because he thought that I just copied them.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, it was.
Yikes, yikes. How long did you work there?
5 months.
5 months. Yeah, good. So I'm glad you got out of there. That sounds like a terrible boss.
Of course.
Good. Great. All right. Thank you very much. Mustafa, how about you? What's the worst job you've had? Actually, I'm sorry. Just 1 second. Can everyone hear each other? It looks like Paolo cannot hear anyone. Is anyone else having a problem? Oh, there he goes. I was going to say probably restart. But everyone can hear everyone else, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. All right. So Mustafa, what's your worst job?
It depends. Teacher, like the worst job, maybe. I think the worst job maybe that anyone maybe can have is when he works like in position not suitable for him. Like if it were like the position lower than the degree you have got from the university, maybe I think working like in a place like you don't like maybe uh, make your daily working really hard. Maybe we say like a proverb, common proverb like you have to love your daily work or your work, so you can continue daily go to the work and enjoy it. If you don't like it, maybe it's make your day boring and maybe you cannot continue in that job. So maybe it's a little hard experience to work a job lower than your degree. The money maybe sometimes they offer you a lot of money, so to continue, but it's not the money is not all of thing like all of the big deal sometimes because you want maybe experience, you want to get experience, you want certificate, you want to highlight your CV, something like that. The- So the money is not a big deal, and it's hard to work in the job lower than your degree. That's what I want to focus on this question.
Yeah, definitely. It's very difficult to be in a position that you're overqualified for.
Yeah, no, not overqualified. What do you mean, like, exactly, teacher? Can you explain?
What's that?
Can you explain overqualified?
Overqualified. When your degree is higher, like when your degree is when you let's say you have a degree but you're working at McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
Overqualified.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Great. All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, and Paolo, hello. All right, I wonder if you're still having some technical difficulties. Try rejoining the class, or you might need to close your browser and start it again. Sometimes that helps. What is the worst job you've had? Ana Belén?
Oh, hello.
There you are.
My worst job was when I was working as data recorder. It was the most the easier job that I have had, but it's the worst because I have to input personal data from surveys for advertising purposes. Then you spend all the day sitting in front of the computer typing. I'm a manager looking for our job, and it's impossible for us go to the bathroom, for example.
Oof.
Someone is typing in the afternoon. They call you at home and fire you.
Oof. Oh my goodness.
And then I in that moment I didn't know how to tackle. Then I had a lot of tension when I was sitting in the computer, and I had many contractors, and it was impossible for me to sleep at night. Finally, when I win enough money to pay my university for this year, I left it.
Wow, yeah, that sounds like an awful job. Boring and way too strict. Yeah, thanks. Well, I'm glad you were able to leave it.
Thank you.
Good. And I think there is a little bit of an echo happening. I don't know if it's a connection, but I'm hearing an echo and a few others hear an echo as well. So I don't know if you want to unplug your microphone and plug it in again or something. But we have just a little echo. But great. Thank you for your answer. And last but not least, Ana Cristina, what was your worst job?
My worst job was
I'm sorry,
fine.
can I, Stephanie, it's echo from you if you lock your micro while Anna speaking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one echo. No, Anna, you can go on.
I thought that was Ana Belén.
All right, so sorry about that. It looks like, so I'm going to keep my mic muted while you all are speaking. So Ana Cristina, go ahead and tell us about your worst job.
My worst job was 5 years ago. I was in a kindergarten. Was a terrible experience because the was a stressful job. I had a bad or a terrible principal. I I was no underpaid, and I had to work for 8 hours. I tried to support, or maybe I try to do good things for a long time, but I feel really bad because my health was I was thin because every day I feel with a lot of stress. Right now, thank God, I have a better job, and I can remember that terrible experience, and I have learned about it.
Good. Yeah. Wow. Great. That's funny. My worst job. Well, I have 3 worst jobs, but one of them was my first teaching job. And when you have a bad principal, I know exactly what that's like. I feel your pain. Very, very difficult.
Yeah, no was easy.
Great. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad you got out of there. All right, everyone. Great job on the first question. So we're going to go to the next question. And let's see. Okay, so this next question, do you know anyone with an interesting or unusual job? And I don't want we're going to switch first people, so I'm going to go and this time call on Herman. Will you go first and tell us, do you know anyone with an interesting or unusual job?
Yes, when I was in a vacation in Petra, I met a Chilean guy in the middle of the desert. He was military, and his job was dismantling that exists. I don't know if the word is correct, but he disarmed bombs, mines, ground mines. He works for the ONU, and he worked in the Middle East disarming bombs. His job was very risky because he risked his lives in his work all the time.
Wow, wow. That is definitely an interesting job. And yes, dismantling is correct. Dismantling bombs. That sounds like a very scary job to me.
Yeah, for me too.
But important, so I'm glad there's someone out there doing it.
Yes.
Good, great, thanks. Giancarlo, you're up next. And do you know anyone with an interesting or unusual job?
Yes, teacher, I remember in the hotel industry, I met a guy from Chile, and he told me that he began his job, his job as a bellhop. And now when I met him, he was the manager of different hotels here in Mexico. And his story was quite interesting because now he met many different celebrities from Hollywood, and he's a very important person. And when I met him and when I talked to him, I couldn't believe my eyes because he told me, hey, my job wasn't easy for me at the beginning, and now he was traveling around the world and meeting people, and I admire him, and of course, nothing is hard to do in this life.
Wow, cool. So it sounds like he really grew his career from a low-level employee to a really big-time hotel guy.
Yes, exactly. And the most important part of this story is that he was very human because he began from nothing. I mean, from a zero position in the hotel, and now he was scaling until he was a manager from a hotel. He was humble. This is the word I wanted to say. He was very humble, or he is very humble.
Nice. Wow, so it sounds like he really deserved his success then. That's awesome. That's an inspiration.
Yes.
Nice. Cool. Thank you. All right, Ksenia, and thank you for the tip, Ksenia. And your turn. Anyone that you know with an unusual or interesting job?
I think that the most unusual and interesting and really not job is the inspector of tropical island. I think everyone knows about it that a few years ago, maybe 4 or 5, there was online show about searching site kind of guy who should live on an island about half an year, and the salary was about $150,000 in half year. And this guy should just live, swim, and live here. And it was a tropical island, I don't know where, maybe in Australia, something like this. It's Island Hamilton in Australia, and I think it's the most interesting job.
Wow, wow, that definitely is interesting. I have never even heard of that as a job. That's cool. I wonder if he could get me a job on his island.
Maybe you should try.
I don't know if I'd be fit to do that job, but I would love to try.
Yeah, I think you can search on online information about it.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. All right, Miriam, your turn. Any interesting or unusual jobs?
Well, not as much as other people had mentioned, but a cousin of mine has started working for Google, and I'm just impressed about the benefits that a Google employee has. For example, he works for hours a week, and Google allows some time for him to accommodate in a house with paying some expenses for his parents and his sister. So he can just buy his stuff like fridge, oven, furniture, and so on.
Wow, that's insane. That's I've never heard of benefits like that. That's really cool. That's really cool. I guess Google can afford to pay their employees that well. That's amazing. That's good.
Yes.
Great. All right. Cool. Thank you. So Ana Belén, your turn. Do you know a job? Oops.
Yes, the father of a friend of mine works selling bull semen because he works for a dairy company, and this company prefers the milk have a specific quality. Then this person traveled by Spain, travel for Spain, selling bull semen with a good quality. Then in his car, he always carry a lot of bottle with semen. Semen. I never asked him if who extracts the semen.
I was just going to ask that. I had two questions. It was, how does he get the semen?
Yeah.
And what constitutes good bull semen? I guess if it comes from a healthy bull.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is crazy. That's really crazy. Wow, I think that's probably the craziest job we'll hear about today. Great, thank you very much. And Ana Cristina, your turn. What's the most unusual or interesting job that you've heard of?
I would like to share about no is a excellent, or maybe no is a overpaid job. It's about a friend job. She worked with all these person, and I admire her because she gives passion, love to the audience every day. She gives them the food. She every day have to help them for go to the bathroom for take a shower. No is a easy job, no is a overpaid job, but it's a beautiful job for me. It's a humble job, and the most important is that my friends work every day with love. She loved her job. Is a good example for me or for everybody in the world.
Wow, yeah, I'd say that's a very important job, and I always admire people who can work in that field. Cool, great. Thank you very much. And Ana, your turn. Any people that you know with interesting or unusual jobs?
Yes, the most interesting jobs I know are my son's jobs because as to my older son, he's musician. He plays the bass. He play live with famous artists. He has besides he has his own band, which he has traveling all over the world. Concretely, and the last time he's been in London. He's a very well-known musician. As to my younger son, he's tattooist. He makes a lot of interesting jobs. And he's also very well-known around Spain. And both of them are great artists.
Wow, that's really cool. So entertaining must run in the family then.
Yes, to be honest, I don't like it. I've never liked it to be artists. I makes this kind of work because it was a hobby for me. And I've never thought my sons could be artists, but I feel very proud of them.
Good, you should. That's amazing. Can I ask, what is your son's band called?
One of them is called the Selva Sur.
Selva Sur?
Yes. He has been in London the last time Also in Los Angeles, Mexico, France, and other countries that at the moment I don't remember.
Wow, cool. So he's a successful musician. That's amazing.
Yes. He's successful, and in Spain he plays with famous artists. At the moment, I don't know, but it's sure that they have to go abroad again.
Wow, that's really cool. Cool, very cool.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and last but not least, David has joined us. David, how do you know anyone with an interesting or unusual job?
Hi, Stephanie. Yes, sure. Well, actually, have an story. Well, my aunt, a year ago, she created a beer here in my country, and she needs that a person taste the flavor of the beer, and she asked me for a favor to take some beers and give to the person, to the beer taster. And at that moment I realized that there is a profession for a professional person that tastes the flavor of the beer. So, and I was very how can I say, excited because I didn't know this job, and at the same time I thought that was amazing, was a really great job.
Yeah, that that does sound amazing. Both jobs, both the making the beer and being the beer taster.
The beer taster, yes, sure. Sounds really good.
You let me know if they're hiring, if they need another beer taster.
Sure, I am going to apply too.
Cool. Thank you very much. Cool, very cool. Very cool, everyone. This was a really interesting question. And of course, I'll just answer briefly. I guess the person that I know with the most interesting job is I know a comedian. He makes a living. He has a podcast, a very successful podcast, and he also does stand-up comedy. So that's a pretty interesting job, I think. All right, so that was everyone. We're going to go to the next question. Hopefully we'll get at least 2 more questions in. We'll see. Yeah, this one will probably be quicker. What do your parents do, or what did your parents do? And this time we'll start with Giancarlo. What did your parents do, or what do they do?
Okay, my father was a manager of a company in talking about cars here in a state of Toluca. It was a big company. It was similar to General Motors, and he was the manager of the company. And my mom, she's a housewife.
Cool. So it sounds like important jobs on both ends.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much. Excellent. Ksenia, how about you? What did your parents do, or what do they do?
My father, an entrepreneur, but in a younger age, I think under 30, he was a soldier. And my mother, housewife also.
Nice, good. Which is a underappreciated job a lot of times.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. All right, Miriam, how about you?
Well, my father used to be a taxi driver when he was young, and now he has a shop she sells books and some items for offices. And my mother was and is still an entrepreneur, and she owns a clothes factory.
Nice, nice. So very different careers there then.
Yes.
Cool. I meant to say, so I was just, Herman had said goodbye, and I saw it wrong, and I said bye, Giancarlo. That was a mistake in the chat if you're looking at the chat. I meant goodbye, Herman. All right, excellent. So going on. Ana Belén, your turn. What did your parents do, or what do they do?
My mother was a housewife. My father was a military from Army Air. It's interesting because he was the first Spanish who went to a UN mission with a group of 6 persons. They were to Guinea during the war. It was the first mission. Then they were detained in some countries in Africa.
Wow, so very, very important job in the military, it sounds like.
Yes.
Wow, that's really cool. Even made a little bit of history there.
Yes.
Cool. Great. Thank you for sharing. And Christina, how about you? What did your parents do, or what do they do?
My mother is a housewife, and my father is a policeman.
Nice. Nice. So policeman and a housewife, important jobs again, very important. Good. Cool. Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
And Anna, how about you?
Well, when my father was younger, he worked as in the field. However, he had other goals. So after lunch, he studied under the tree, and at night he went to the adult school. Then, when he was 20 or 21, he started working as a military. My mother was housewife.
Cool. Sounds like a pretty big career change for your dad then, to switch to the military.
Yes.
Good. Cool. Excellent. Thank you very much for sharing. And David, your turn. What did your parents do, or what do they do?
Yes, Stephanie. Well, my mother in the past used to be an economist, and they work for a company here in Bogota that export flowers to USA. Nowadays, she's a housewife. My father gets bachelor degree in food engineer. I don't know if the word is right. And he become entrepreneurial and freelance for some years, but he work again for like food engineer.
Cool. And I think that is correct, food engineer. So he worked kind of like in the science of producing food. And okay, yep, that's correct then. Excellent. Cool. That's a cool job. I've not really heard of that job. That's cool. All right, that was everyone for that question. That was a quick question. Let's go on to the next. Oh, this will be interesting, depending. How will your job change in the future? And it is Ksenia's turn to start. So Ksenia, first tell us what is your job, and then how will it change in the future?
My job, I'm an entrepreneur and have my own salon. But I don't know how it can change. Maybe I change the sphere of working. For example, I want to try yourself in a maybe cooking sphere. Maybe I'll open cafe with bakery, maybe, because I like to cook a lot, bake a lot. And maybe in a sports sphere, because I like sport also. Maybe I'll go to some college, sports college, to for a degree, and after that some courses for trainers, and maybe after that I'll go to some gym and just as trainer, maybe like this. That's all.
So some possible career changes perhaps in the future.
Yes.
Nice, very cool. Thank you. Miriam, how about you? How will your job change in the future? Or what is your job and how will it change in the future?
Well, I don't have a paid job for now because I'm studying my master's degree in engineering. But I think that I won't be in academia for much more time. And I see that there are a lot of more opportunities in companies.
Good. So your career will change in that you'll finish your master's and find your dream job.
Yes.
In engineering. Nice, nice. Yeah, and there are tons of opportunities for engineering. Great, excellent. Thank you very much. How about you, Ana Belén? What is your job and how will it change in the future?
In fact, my job is changing right now because I was working in information services in my company, but since October they promote me, and I've been working since October as researcher for executive search.
Wow, that's really cool. So you're changing as we speak, moving into research. It sounds like.
Yes. Yes.
Great, cool. And are you looking forward to that change?
Maybe, but this was an opportunity. I don't think they proposed me to change last year.
Okay.
It was a surprise for me.
Okay, so well, hopefully it goes well.
Thank you.
Great, great. Thank you very much. And Ana Cristina, what is your job and how will it change in the future?
Right now I teach Spanish in a high school. I would like to go to the United States and teach Spanish there, but I need to speak English good. Meantime, I would like to work at the university, but I need to finish my master degree. But that is all.
Cool. That's cool. The United States definitely needs some native Spanish-speaking teachers. That's actually, I got into teaching because I speak Spanish. I wasn't a Spanish teacher, but I was teaching in Spanish to Spanish-speaking students. And of course, I am not a native Spanish speaker. It was very challenging. And the kids really need native speakers. So So good. I'm happy that that's your goal, and I hope that works out really soon for you. Great. Anna, your turn. How will your job change in the future?
Well, I think it would be very different than now. However, actually, it's changing right now too. What happened is I'm not going to know the next changes because nowadays I'm waiting my retirement. So at the moment I'm not working. I'm not working because I am in sick leave.
Oh, okay. So you're on a sick leave right now, and you're awaiting your retirement.
Yes. My retirement for illness.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It doesn't sound like the happiest situation.
Yes, but I feel well because I don't know how to say that. Mentally, it no affect me.
Good. Oh, good. So you're ready then. You're prepared for the retirement.
Yes.
Good. I'm glad. Good.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. David, how about you? How will your job change in the future?
Yes, Stephanie. Well, I am currently I'm finished my bachelor degree in finance. Probably in 1 year I will get the diploma. I have a lot of expectations after finish the career. Maybe I would like to work in a stock market, or maybe in something related to banks, or maybe in companies, like being in like working in the financial department. So we will wait. I am hoping what happen after 1 year.
Nice. So you'll definitely have a big change when you
Yes,
finish your
sure.
degree. Great. Cool. I hope you get a very good job.
Thank you so much.
Good. And last but not least, Giancarlo, how about you? How will your job change in the future?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, I need to finish my certifications. I like to take maybe 2 or 3 certifications. I want to be an expert in English because I love English, but sometimes I feel like English is a little bit complicated because of the concepts, words, and pronunciation, but I am working hard. After that, well, somebody told me, hey, Giancarlo, please don't mention your plans in the future because sometimes they don't realize, or they don't, you can't do that in the future. So I just can tell you that I have the plan to return to the hotel industry maybe.
Cool. Yeah. So your English skills will definitely help you in that field. Certainly. Cool.
Yeah, it's necessary. It's necessary to have a good level of English.
Good. Excellent. And I can tell you, everyone, all languages are complicated. Any second language or third language that we learn, difficult pronunciation or grammar. So that's normal. Your English is very good. So
Thank
keep
you,
at it.
teacher. Thank you. Excuse me, I have a question in Spanish.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Hace un momento yo quise decir que no cuentes tus planes porque muchas veces no se llegan a realizar. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. So in English we would probably say don't don't tell your plans or they won't come true. So
That's
realizar,
exactly.
we would probably say come true in that
Come true. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Don't tell your plans because sometimes they don't come true.
case. That's yes. Great question. Great question. Yeah, that's a very different. Realizar is a verb that doesn't translate a lot of times. So in that case, it's come true. In other cases, it would be different words. But yeah, great. Thanks for asking.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I hope that they do come true. I actually feel like that's bad advice. When I was younger, I wanted to be a writer, and for some reason, I thought I should just keep that secret. I think for the same reason. If I talk about it, maybe it won't come true. But I think you need to talk about what you want to do. You need to live your dream. Otherwise, it will just stay secret forever. So, but that's all opinion. So, all right, everyone, that brings us to the end of the hour. Thank you for your participation. I hope the class went well. Please let me know if there's anything I can improve in this class or anything you liked particularly. And if you enjoyed this class, I will be doing it fairly regularly. So keep an eye out and be looking for this class, and I hope to see you all again very soon.
Thank you for the class, teacher.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Have a good
Bye-bye,
night, a
teacher.
good day. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.